With due permission of your lordship, reference will be made on the passing away of late Honorable Mr. Justice U.L. Bhatt, former Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court and Madhya Pradesh High Court. For order of reference, may I call upon Mr. Pran Bora, Senior Vice President, Guwahati High Court Bar Association.
My Lord, Honorable Chief Justice, my Lord, Honorable Judges, respected senior colleagues at the bar, and ratio of this Honorable Guwahati High Court. It is with deep sense of sorrow that we have come to condole the passing away of Honorable Chief Justice U.L. Bhatt, former Chief Justice of this Honorable Court, who lived for the heavenly abode on 6th day of June 2024. Honorable Mr. Chief Justice U.L. Bhatt was born in 1933 in Ullal, a village near Mangalore. He studied law in Madras Law College, secured law degree in 1954, and was enrolled as advocate before the Chief Justice's bench in Madras High Court in 1955. He joined the chambers of the late B.S. Kakalia. In the 1968 High Court of Kerala selected him for the post of District Assistant Judge and was appointed as a District Assistant Judge in the year 1970 and served in that capacity till 1980. In 1980, he was appointed as a judge of the High Court of Kerala, and in 1991, he was appointed as the acting Chief Justice of that High Court. Thereafter, he was appointed as the Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court and functioned till December 1993. Then he was transferred as Chief Justice of the High Court of Madhya Pradesh. He retired in the month of October 1995. After his retirement, he was appointed as the President of Custom Excise and Coal Control Appellate Tribunal, New Delhi, where he served for the next 3 years. He was also designated as a senior advocate by the Supreme Court of India. I, on behalf of the Guwahati High Court Bar Association and on my personal behalf, pay respectful homage to the departed soul and also pray to the God to give strength and courage to the family members. May the departed soul be soul and eternal peace.
Mr. Mahim Chandra Deka, President, Guwahati High Court Advocate Association.
Honorable Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court, Honorable Arta Judges, respected Senior Vice President, Guwahati High Court Bar Association, respected member, Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Standing Council, Guwahati High Court, respected Advocate General, Arunachal Pradesh, respected Additional Advocate General of Assam, Nagaland, and Mizoram, respected Deputy SGI, esteemed colleagues in the bar, respected members of the ST. We have assembled here today to condole the sad demise of Honorable Mr. Justice U.L. Bhatt, former Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court and Madhya Pradesh High Court. Honorable Mr. Justice U.L. Bhatt was born in 1933 in Ullal village near Mangalore, formerly in Madras Presidency and presently in the state of Karnataka. He studied law in Madras Law College, secured law degree in 1954, and was enrolled as advocate of Madras High Court in 1955. In 1968, High Court of Kerala selected him for the post of District and Session Judge and was appointed by the state government in 1970 and served in that capacity till 1980. In 1980, he was elevated as the judge of the High Court of Kerala. In 1991, Mr. Justice, Honorable Justice U.L. Bhatt was appointed as the acting Chief Justice of that High Court. Thereafter, Justice U.L. Bhatt was appointed as the Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court and functioned as judge till December 1998. He was then transferred as the Chief Justice of High Court of Madhya Pradesh. Justice Bhatt retired in the month of October 1995. After his retirement, he was appointed as the President, Custom Excise and Coal Control Appellate Tribunal, New Delhi, where he served for the next year. He was also designated as senior advocate by the Supreme Court of India. Very sad that Honorable Mr. Justice U.L. Bhatt passed away on 6 June 2022 last at 7:30 p.m. in New Delhi. On the said demise of his lordship is a great loss to legal fraternity and irreparable loss to his family members. On my behalf and on behalf of Guwahati High Court Bar Association, I convey our heartfelt condolences to the very family members and pray to the Almighty for eternal peace of the departed.
Mr. T.J. Mahanta, Member Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, and Studying Council, Guwahati High Court.
Honorable Chief Justice, other honorable judges of this honorable court, my senior and junior colleague in the bar, and the members of the registry present here today. On 6 June 2024, with the demise of Justice U.L. Bhatt, a legal fraternity and the country lost one of its dam. We have assembled here today to commemorate the contribution of Justice U.L. Bhatt, former Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court, and to pay our condolences to the bereaved family. Justice U.L. Bhatt believed that he was a true Indian. In his autobiography, Story of a Chief Justice, he wrote, "I wonder, am I not a true Indian, trading across the mountains and valley of India, and hence he true citizen of the world?" This belief was due to the fact that he had served a various part of the country at various points of time. He was born in the year 1933 in a village in the Madras province. Now it is in Andhra Pradesh. Justice U.L. Bhatt started his career as an advocate, practicing in the High Court of Madras since 1955. He was selected as a Munship in the year 1961. However, his state of government did not appoint him as a Munship. Later on, he was selected by the Kerala High Court to be appointed as a district and session judge, and he was appointed in the year 1970. Thereafter, in the year 1980, he was appointed as judge of the High Court of Kerala. He was appointed as the 20th Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court in the year 1991. And thereafter, in the year 1993, he was transferred as the Chief Justice of High Court of Madhya Pradesh. He retired in October 1995. After his retirement, he was appointed as the President of Custom, Excise and Gold Control Appellate Tribunal for 3 years. Thereafter, he was designated as a senior advocate by the Supreme Court of India. Since the year 1998, he restricted his practice, handling only a few selected cases in the High Court of Karnataka. During his tenure as the Chief Justice of Honorable Guwahati High Court, I had the opportunity to appear before him on several occasions. He was one of the finest Chief Justices in this honorable court has had. He was a very relief-oriented judge, and he has a very unique style of conducting the court. It was during his tenure that a system of writ appeal was introduced in the Guwahati High Court, and the writ petitions were for the first time listed before the single bench. Prior to that, writ petitions were heard by the Honorable Division Bench, and there was no provision for writ appeal in the Guwahati High Court. During his tenure, the circuit bench of the Agartala was made permanent. Bench was also new. Bench and also the new building was inaugurated in Tripura. Justice U.L. Bhatt was a perfect gentleman, an outstanding and bold and brilliant judge. He believed in social justice. He was kind, compassionate, and very soft-spoken by nature. He possessed all the qualities of a good judge. During his tenure as a judge of the Honorable Court, he passed various distinguished judgments which are still holding the field. Some of the important leading cases decided by Justice Bhatt are the Sakma refugee case, Nagaland MLA disqualification case, etc. Though Justice Bhatt refrained from practice since 2012 due to his ill health, he never stopped working for the legal fraternity. Demise of Justice U.L. Bhatt is a great loss to the legal fraternity. In an interview, Justice K.T. Thomas said, Justice U.L. Bhatt is an outstanding judge. Even his critic would admit that fact. Non-elevation of the judge like him to the Supreme Court resulted in a great loss to the Supreme Court itself. I, on behalf of the members of the Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, member Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Sikkim, and also on behalf of the members of the registry, and on my personal behalf, offer my condolence to the bereaved family and pray to the Almighty for the departed soul. May his soul rest in peace.
Mr. Indranil Chaudhary, Advocate General, Arunachal Pradesh.
Honorable Chief Justice, other honorable judges, my respected senior colleagues, members of the registry, and my dear friends. Whatever little bit I know about Honorable Mr. Justice UL Bhatt, as he then was, is through interactions I have had with my senior colleagues and a few of the judgments that I have read. I was yet to join the profession when his lordship was adorning the seat of Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court. From these interactions and by a reading of the judgment, some of the judgments, what I find is that his lordship was equally at ease on each of the areas of law, be it civil, be it criminal, be it the writ side. In fact, he was instrumental in laying down the law on various aspects. Some judgments I would like to refer to. One of them being Munindra Vasumutari versus the state of Arunachal Pradesh, where he laid down the scope of the provisions contained in sections 154 to 157 CRPC. In this judgment, the purport and purpose of an FIR was also dealt with at length. This is on the criminal side. Then on the civil side, sitting singly, he authored one of the judgments, which has a lot of significance in today's context. The issue pertaining to the circumstances in which adjournments ought to be granted. This was on the proviso to Order 17, Rule 1 CPC. Then his lordship, as a Chief Justice, was also a part of several full bench judgments. And one of them being Girija Borua versus Union of India. This is reported in 1993 1 GLR, wherein the scope of Article 226 in the context of Armed Forces Special Powers Act was examined and dealt with at length. Thereafter, in another full bench judgment, Hindustan Paper Corporation, which is again reported in 93 1 GLR 267, wherein the scope of certain provisions of the Land Acquisition Act 1894 had come into question and again elaborately dealt with and various aspects of law laid down. Another important full bench judgment rendered by his lordship was Sudhan Chandra Gogoi, wherein the jurisdiction of the tribunal constituted under the Assam Administrative Tribunal Act 1977 was an issue, and this issue was conclusively settled. Thereafter, another one, Sahabuddin Chaudhary, wherein the scope of Article 12 in the context of societies, cooperative societies, was dealt with at length, and again the law was very clearly laid down. Thereafter, again, Bholanath Bhattacharjee versus State of Tripura. This was a matter pertaining exclusively to service law. The reason I'm narrating all this is to drive home the point that his lordship was equally at ease in various aspects of law and was instrumental in laying down the law conclusively on various aspects. It is in this context that I feel that perhaps instead of mourning his lordship's passing away, his is a life which should be celebrated. With this, I convey my heartfelt condolences on my personal behalf, on behalf of the state and the people of Arunachal Pradesh, to the bereaved family. May his soul rest in peace.
Mr. Biswajit Goswami, Advocate General, Assam. Additional Advocate General, Assam. Apologies.
Honorable Chief Justice, honorable judges of this honorable court, learned members of the judiciary, esteemed colleagues. We have assembled here to mourn the death of late Honorable Justice, Chief Justice of this honorable court, Ullal Lakshminarayan Bhatt, former Chief Justice of Madhya Pradesh and Guwahati High Court, who breathed his last on 6th June 2024 at the age of 91 at New Delhi. Late Justice UL Bhatt was born in 1933 in a village near Mangalore. He started his school education in Vijayanagram and in the state of Kerala and Mangalore. Late Justice Bhatt studied his law in Madras Law College and obtained his law degree in 1954. And thereafter started his law practice in Madras High Court in 1955. Although he was selected as Munsif in the year 1961 by the Kerala Public Service Commission, but the then state government of Kerala did not appoint him as such. Late Justice Bhatt was appointed in the post of district and session judge during 1970. Accordingly, Justice Bhatt served in that capacity till 1980. Then he was appointed as judge of the Kerala High Court during 1980 itself. Justice Bhatt was also appointed as acting Chief Justice in the same High Court in the year 1991. Late Justice UL Bhatt was appointed as Chief Justice of this Honorable Court and continued as such till December 1993. Thereafter, he was transferred as Chief Justice of the High Court of Madhya Pradesh and retired in the month of October 1995 from the state High Court. Late Justice Bhatt, after his retirement as Chief Justice, was also appointed as President, Custom, Excise and Coal Appellate Tribunal, New Delhi, where he served for 3 years. Late Justice Bhatt was a brilliant, intelligent, bold judge and worked hard for the upholding the dignity of law. Also, he had done a lot for betterment of this institution as well as lower judiciary of the state. We got the opportunity to appear before Honorable Justice Bhatt, and we still remember the way of dealing with matters in a positive manner when such matter came up before this Honorable Justice Bhatt, and his contribution to our fraternity cannot be forgotten. I, on behalf of the state of Assam and on my personal behalf, express deep condolence on his death and pray for eternal peace of the departed soul and offer my deep condolence to the bereaved family. Namaskar.
Ms. M. K. Chi, Additional Advocate General, Nagaland.
My Lord Chief Justice, Honorable Judges, members of the Registry, learned senior advocate, and my dear colleagues of this esteemed bar. I stand here today to offer my deepest condolence and pay homage to late Mr. Justice Ullal Lakshmi Narayana Bhatt, who passed away on 6 June 2024 at the age of 91. Late Justice UL Bhatt had a long journey of wisdom and acumen in the field of legal fraternity. He is called as one of the leading legal minds of the country as a judge. He started his practice in the local court of Kasaragod, Kerala. During his early years of practice, he was associated with the Communist Party and held different positions in the trade union. In 1980, late Justice UL Bhatt was appointed as the judge of Kerala High Court, and thereafter he was appointed the Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court and functioned till December 1993, wherefrom he was transferred as Chief Justice of Madhya Pradesh High Court. He eventually stepped down to retire in October 1995. After his retirement, Justice Bhatt was appointed as the President of Central Excise and Gold Control Appellate Tribunal for a period of 3 years, and thereafter he was designated Senior Advocate by the Supreme Court of India. Late Justice UL Bhatt, although in his initial practice was associated with political party, yet his judgments were never discolored nor tainted. He had exceptional analytical acumenship in the Branch of Evidence Act, and his books, Relevancy, Proof, and Evaluation of Evidence in Criminal Cases, has great acceptance, and his other book, Story of the Chief Justice, has also a lot of reception amongst people. His understanding of the evidence and its evaluation was on the basis that evidence must form a complete chain that leaves no reasonable doubt about the innocence of an accused. I express my grief on the demise of an eminent legal personality, and today on my personal behalf and on behalf of the government of Nagaland and the people of Nagaland, express my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved and grieving family. May his soul rest in peace.
Mrs. Pansali Bhattacharya, Additional Advocate General, Mizoram.
Honorable Chief Justice, other honorable judges of this honorable court, respected senior and junior colleagues in the bar, and the learned members of the registry. We have assembled here today to make a reference to the said demises of Honorable late Ullal Lakshmi Narayan Bhatt, former Chief Justice of this honorable court, who passed away on 6 June 2024. Born in the year 1933, Justice UL Bhatt has led a long life of 90 years. After obtaining his LLB degree from Madras Law College in the year 1954, he started his legal career as an advocate practicing in the Madras High Court after being enrolled in the year 1955. In the year 1970, he was appointed as a district and session judge under the High Court of Kerala, and in the year 1980, he was appointed as a judge of the High Court of Kerala. He was appointed as Chief Justice of this Honorable Guwahati High Court in the year 1991, and in the year 1993, he was transferred as the Chief Justice of the High Court of Madhya Pradesh. He retired in October 1995. After his retirement, he was appointed as the President of Customs, Excise and Gold Control Appellate Tribunal for 3 years. Thereafter, he was designated as a senior advocate by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. Justice Yuval Bhatt was known for his integrity. He is remembered to be a bold and brilliant judge. He possessed all qualities of a good judge. As a judge, he passed various distinguished judgments which are still holding the field. During his tenure as a Chief Justice of this Honorable Court, he passed various judgments relating to various sensitive issues of the northeastern state. He described his journey in his autobiography, Story of a Chief Justice. The demise of Yuval Bhatt is a great loss to the legal fraternity. I, on my personal behalf and on behalf of the state of Mizoram, offer my condolence to the bereaved family and pray to the Almighty for departed soul. May his soul rest in peace.
Mr. Ranjit Kumar Dev Chaudhary, Deputy Solicitor General of India.
Honorable the Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court, Honorable Judges, members of the registry, and a senior advocate, and my colleagues in the bar. We gather here today to mourn the death of late Honorable Justice Lal Lakshmi Narayana Bhatt, former Chief Justice of this Honorable Court. Honorable Justice Yuval Bhatt is undoubtedly one of the best legal brains the country has ever used. In 1961, though he was selected as the post of Munshi in Kerala, the political dispensation at that time was not in favor, therefore he was not appointed as such. But a person with quality cannot be held back. In 1968, he was appointed as a district and session judge in Kerala. Thereafter, in 1980, he was elevated to the bench. And in 1991, he was the acting Chief Justice of the Kerala High Court. Thereafter, he was transferred to Guwahati. He was the Chief Justice of this Honorable Court till 1980 December, when he was transferred to the High Court of Madhya Pradesh, and he retired in 1995. After his retirement, he was appointed as the President of CJAP. Post that, he was conferred with the designation of Senior Advocate by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. And he started his practice in the High Court of Karnataka. Although Honorable Justice Yuval Bhatt started his practice as a civil lawyer, he was known for his acumen in the field of evidence, and in fact, he has authored a book on the law of ethics. Today, at his demise, not only the judiciary, even the legal fraternity, the advocate, we have lost a person in whom we could see all the qualities of a good judge. On behalf of the Union of India, on my personal behalf, I convey my condolences to the bereaved family. May his soul rest in peace.
Now may we have the honor of reference by Honorable the Chief Justice.
My esteemed brother and sister judges on the bench, Mr. Pran Bora, Senior Vice President, Guwahati High Court Bar Association, Mr. Mahim Chandra Deka, President, Guwahati High Court Advocates Association, Mr. T.J. Mahanta, Member, Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim, and Standing Council of Guwahati High Court. Mr. Indraneel Chaudhary, Advocate General, Arunachal Pradesh, Mr. Biswajit Goswami, Additional Advocate General Assam. Mrs. M. Kechil, Advocate General, Additional Advocate General Nagaland. Mrs. Panchali Bhattacharya, Advocate, Additional Advocate General Mizoram. Mr. Ranjit Kumar Dev Chaudhary, Deputy Solicitor General of India. Learned senior advocates, members of the bar, members of the registry and judicial office. Today we have assembled here to mourn the sad demise of late Shri UL Justice UL Bhatt, former Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court. Late Shri UL Bhatt was born in the year 1933 in the princely estate of Vijayanagaram, now Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. His Lordship completed his schooling in Mangalore and Kasaragod. He obtained his BSc degree in Mangalore. Thereafter, his Lordship studied law in Madras Law College and obtained law degree in the year 1954. He was enrolled as an advocate in the Madras High Court in 1955 and started practice on civil and criminal sides. In the year 1970, late Justice Shri UL Bhatt was appointed as District and Sessions Judge, and he served as a judicial officer till 1980. During his service as a district judge in various districts of Kerala, his Lordship made his mark by his dedication towards his work and his sound understanding of law. Considering the impeccable service record, he was elevated as a judge of the High Court of Kerala in 1980. In 1991, he was appointed as acting Chief Justice of the same High Court. As Vice Chairman of Kerala State Legal Aid Committee, his Lordship has played an active role in arranging massive Lok Adalats in the state. During his Lordship tenure as a judge in Kerala High Court, he was always actively involved in training of judicial officers and was a chairperson of training committee in Kerala. His Lordship was appointed as Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court in the year 1991, and he continued to work till 1993. Thereafter, his Lordship became the Chief Justice of High Court of Madhya Pradesh on 15 December 1993. His Lordship remitted the office of Chief Justice of High Court of Madhya Pradesh on 13th of October 1995. During his Lordship's tenure as the Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court, he provided dynamic leadership for the betterment of the judicial system. He played an important role in activating Nijoti, that is the Northeastern Judicial Training Institute, as he was keenly interested in training of the members of the district judiciary. His Lordship has delivered number of lectures in such training sessions for betterment of judicial officers. His Lordship was also instrumental in bringing amendments to the High Court rules to provide for hearing of writ appeals in the Guwahati High Court and for enabling single judges to hear the writ petition in place of division bench, except those matters which may be statutorily required to be placed before the division bench. Late Justice UL Bhatt was an erudite person with a sharp intellect. He authored many books on legal topics such as evidence in criminal cases, relevancy, proof of evolution of evidence in criminal cases, lectures on Indian Evidence Act. This shows his deep understanding in the legal field. His autobiography, The Story of a Chief Justice, presents a thoughtful insight into his life, not only on his personal sphere, but also as an advocate, judicial officer, and a judge of High Court. After his Lordship's retirement, he was appointed as President of Customs, Excise and Gold Control Appellate, Siget, New Delhi. He was also designated as Senior Advocate by the Supreme Court of India. As a Senior Advocate, his Lordship had appeared in a number of cases in the High Court of Karnataka. Even after his retirement, his Lordship was actively involved in training and knowledge enhancement of judicial officers across India. He delivered a number of lectures on legal topics in National Judicial Academy, Bhopal, as well as in judicial academies in various states. During his tenure as a judge of High Court, late Justice UL Bhatt has authored judgment for several important issues which paved the way for a better understanding of law relating to the subject matter under consideration. For instance, in a full bench decision, his Lordship observed that the High Court under Article 226 of the Constitution has jurisdiction to issue an appropriate direction interdicting and impending arrest by army authorities under Section 4E of the Armed Forces Special Power Act 1958. But the High Court will not do so except in exceptional circumstances and for strong and compelling reasons, and invariably the High Court will hear both the sides before arriving at a decision, even a prima facie decision. The High Court cannot direct the army authorities not to arrest any person without previous permission of court. Likewise, on the issue whether the governor can be the appellate authority over the decision of the High Court in a disciplinary proceedings against the judicial officer, the Honorable Court has observed that in such matters, governor cannot act on his own personal discretion. In regard to the matters affecting judicial officers, the governor is required to act in harmony with the recommendations of the High Court and not on the advice of the Council of Ministers. In other words, when an appeal against an order imposing punishment is received, the government has the constitutional duty to accept the recommendation of the High Court as to whether in which the appeal is disposed of. The governor is required to act in harmony with such recommendation. This protects the rights of right to appeal as well as the independence of the judiciary and safeguard the control vested in the High Court under Article 235 of the Constitution. This recommendation on the appeal is a fresh recommendation to be made by the High Court on an objective and judicial consideration on the various grounds raised in the appeal memorandum submitted by the judicial officer. His Lordship read his last on 6/6/2024 in New Delhi and left us for heavenly abode. Late Justice UL Bhatt was represented by all his dedication towards work, his openness, his abundant knowledge of law, his integrity, his forthrightness, and his leadership. His contribution in the legal field will continue to inspire us all. His death is a great loss, not only to his family members, but also to the entire society. I, on behalf of my esteemed colleagues on the bench and the members of the registry, convey my heartfelt condolences to the members of the bereaved family and pray the Almighty God to grant eternal peace to the departed soul and give sufficient strength and fortitude to the members of our dogs. As a mark of respect to the departed soul, I request the landed members of the bar and bench to observe a minute silence.
Time.
The court work on the judicial side will remain suspended for the rest of the day as a mark of respect to the departed soul. The registry is directed to communicate the proceedings and convey our heartfelt condolences to the members of the bereaved family.